Welcome to the Garage USA. I'm Jonathan Brinke, and today I'm going to be replacing the power brake booster on this 2007 Volkswagen Beetle Convertible again. Thanks for joining me. A couple of years ago, I replaced the power brake booster on this car, and that part has failed. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this again. The nice thing is I had a lot of great comments of all the things that I didn't show you guys how to do. So I do hope to include more detailed information on how to do this. Now I did find an exploded diagram on this of all the parts that are part of that master cylinder. And that is very helpful, especially if you want something to reference for disassembly or reassembly. So I'll show that exploded view. It's really nice to have that diagram. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start by removing the battery, and the easiest way to do that is to start by taking off these hoses here, because then when you remove the battery you can slide it out to lift it up. Alright, I'll take this one off. Alright, so with that hose off, you should have plenty of room to actually slide this over. Now down in here, there's a 10mm hold down. Got a ground that I have to disconnect, and then the positive, that should be a 10mm in there. Alright, so loosen that up and disconnect the ground, and then the positive. Now disconnect that. I think I said that was a 10, that's actually a 13 down there for the hold down. Go ahead and this will just slide to the side and lift out. Okay, so to remove the airbox, there's a 10mm bolt here. And there's a 10mm back here. I better show you all that, or someone will complain that I didn't show it. So there's the airbox, and on the back side is the other 10mm. So I'm going to put my 10mm socket on there. And there we go. Got that loose. And then that bolt comes out. Now you just need to unplug this here Alright, and then we can lift this air box out of here. And there we go. Now, if I remember correctly, I have to take this off. The master cylinder has to come off of this brake booster. And I feel like last time I might have had to remove some of this back here. I don't even remember, but yeah, there's a lot to take off here yet before I can get this out. And the vacuum hose will have to come off. That just pulls out. And that is a new vacuum hose. Alright, I gotta look for the bolts. Alright, so this is a 13 millimeter bolt, and we're taking off the master cylinder. And so there's a bolt on this side, and then there's another one over on this side. It's a little harder to see, but it is sitting over here. And we'll just take these two bolts off, and that will allow us to pull out this master cylinder. I'm also going to have to remove this hose coming into the master cylinder, and then just pinch that off so we don't leak anything out. That's just going to take a little bit here. I've got an extension on my ratchet.
And you said that was a number 13?
Yeah, that's a 13 millimeter socket. Okay, so I'll try to get this other one here. Okay, so that's loose. Okay. Alright, I might have got a little ahead of myself here trying to pull the master cylinder. There is a brake module or anti-lock brake module along the firewall here. And there's a bolt there. And there's a bolt on the bottom side I can't see, or maybe it's on the other side. But anyway, 13 mil. Got to take that out so I can remove this or move it away from the firewall a bit, just so I can flex that master cylinder out of the way to get to that brake booster. But that's what I need to do. Right. Okay, so with the master cylinder out of the way, we might have to move that a little bit more. But there's the brake booster, and I feel like last time I did this, this was a little bit more out of the way. It feels like it's still a little bit in the way, but there's the brake booster. I've got a tool to release the pedal, and then there's bolts on the inside of the car, and then unbolt that, and that will it's supposed to pull away from the firewall. It's very tight space, and I really, hopefully I don't have to do this again in another 2 years. If I do, I'll probably just sell the car. But I remember that is a big pain in the ass to get that out and get the new one in, but that's where I'm at right now. Alright, so we did have to loosen where these lines go in just a little bit, so we could turn this master cylinder a little farther out, so you can get a little more clearance in here. It's still going to be a pain in the ass, and I think we're going to have to remove the EGR valve here, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, if we had to remove that last time, but it is a big pain. It's a tight space, and it's not fun. Okay, so I've got the specialty tool for Volkswagen and Audi. This is the tool that you need to release the brake pedal. You slide that up under there, and yeah, it'll be fun. But anyway, it goes up on that pedal, and then it will release it. Then I'll be able to unbolt that brake booster from inside the car and then pull it off the firewall.
So, points facing up, so you got the ramp up. There's a spot that it needs to go into. You pull it forward till you feel the click. And then once it clicks, this all can actually
Drop down.
slide forward.
Oh, okay.
But as of right now, I need somebody to actually just kind of grip and
Pull on
move the brake booster.
Right on. Neat. Yeah.
So it goes like that. You pull forward. This is actually released.
Oh, okay.
But I need to actually pull the 4 bolts so that when this goes forward, everything can actually shift forward on the firewall. So there are 4 bolts. Not very comfortable. Okay.
So we're supposed to take the plastic panel off or no?
This? Yeah, I'm going to have to. So there's one there. I don't know if you can see it because I cannot see the back of the camera. There's one roughly there, and then there's 2 on the other side, which you may or may not be able to see on the camera. Okay. Looks like the one is visible there. I'm going to have to actually pull this plastic shroud.
Sounds good. All right, so with the pedal off, this will just pull out. And all you have to do is, you know, if you're good at Tetris or swearing, yes, as Joel has said, if you can swear, you can get this out, because it will make you swear, because that's the biggest pain in the ass of the whole job, is getting the brake booster out. You can see it's away from the firewall, and you can even see inside the car. So, yeah, so it just comes out. It's just that all of this is in the way, like the EGR valve and all these hoses and still the master cylinder. But we'll move all this stuff out of the way, and I'm not going to film it because it is that big of a pain in the ass. But we'll get that removed and then get the new one in. So with the EGR valve now completely removed, gives us a little more room. Not much, but you know, hopefully that comes out. Oh yeah, and we broke the plastic fitting for that coolant hose back there, so that's freaking awesome. That's what happens when you use plastic fittings, and plastic gets old and brittle, and
because everything just has to flex out of the way.
yep, and then it's, yeah.
Oh, this is dumb.
All right, so it's out. We did have to take this little panel off of here where the wiring harness is, or wires are, just to give it a little more room to flex. It's incredibly, incredibly tight. And just to show you how different it is with this tight space, I'm going to show you where my brake booster is and master cylinder is on my Mercedes. All right, so we got that in there. We had to move a lot of stuff, and it was not easy, like I said. But now this vacuum hose goes in here, put the master cylinder on. We got a bolt in on the back side. We got to bolt that master cylinder back on. Got to put the pedal on. Got some plastic that we removed here just so it would flex a little bit more to make a little bit more room, because there is not any room under the hoods of these Beetles. So big pain in the butt. Just gonna button this up though and be done with it. Sorry, I'm not gonna show putting it all back together, but you know, as they say in the manuals, installation is the reverse of removal. So if you watched it and you need instructions, you can just rewind the video. And Joel's down there. He's actually got that pedal installed now. So now I just need to move back under the hood, put that master cylinder onto the brake booster. Got to move those lines around, tighten all that up, and yeah, we're almost done. I thought there was something that went in between. Are there two things and one goes up against? I have a diagram. Let me do that.
Because all of this should go on top. Because if it goes underneath, you end up with a vacuum leak.
Okay, so I need to put the airbox back in. And trying to remember how this went back in. Yeah. It goes like this. Okay. I'm gonna attach it to this here. And then there are the two bolts, one that goes here and one that goes back here on the back side. And it is a 10 millimeter. Alright, now I'll get the one on the back. Alright, just got to put the sensor back in here on the airbox. And there we go. Then we'll just need to put in the battery. Okay, so what I've got left now is I need to put the battery in here, and then I'm going to go ahead and connect this air hose, and then these hoses get attached in there as well. So that's all I've got left for that. I am shooting a different video for the battery itself, but that's all I've got left then to button that up. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'd like to thank you for watching The Garage USA. I'm Jonathan Brinke, and I'll see you next time.